get like this. Partnership, it is the main component and parts of partnership, that is fundamentals, profit sharing ratio, change in profit sharing ratio, goodwill, valuation of goodwill, admission, retirement and death. And the last one, dissolution. These all chapters are included in partnership.
Yes, sir. So it's written here, chapter partnership, and then bit number 1, fundamentals is there, and valuation of goodwill is there, and
Yes,
change in PSR. That's it. So only
that's
these
it.
3 are. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So then tell me what you want to study now. If admission is not included, then we can change it to the other topics.
Sir, we can do change in PSR.
Okay, we can also do change in PSR.
It's an easy chapter, right?
Easy chapter is valuation of goodwill.
That one is I know that chapter. That is easy, sir. I'm
Yes.
just asking change in PSR.
Yes, that is easy,
Okay.
but not like goodwill chapter.
Goodwill for me, the easiest one is goodwill, sir.
Yes, goodwill is easiest one. Ratio, cash flow statement. These chapters are available in your course, is given.
Yes, sir. We have ratios. Yeah.
And cash flow statement.
It's only ratios.
Okay, only ratios. So I think you are saying me that these chapters are going to be asked in your exams, current exams.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So let's complete these chapters. Okay, no problem.
Sir, most probably they are, it's accounting ratios, I guess, because it's the only chapter of ratios, right?
Yes, it is accounting ratio.
Yes.
Okay. So change in profit sharing ratio. I'm starting this. If you want to study ratio, then I will start a ratio also.
Yes, sir. Sure. Sure, sir.
Which chapter?
Sir, I think we'll do change in PSR first.
Okay, good.
Oh.
Change in profit sharing ratio. So can you tell me what is reconstitution?
Reconstitution? Is it
Yes.
to like rebuild something?
Yes.
Yes.
Rebuild something. It is, you can say an example for this. But what is reconstitution? Reconstitution means we are starting our partnership again. Okay. So if you understand, partnership is based on agreement. Okay. Partnership is based on agreement. And if there is any change in agreement, then the old agreement will end and new agreement will come into effect. Like this. Let's say there is two partners, A and B. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And A and B are sharing profit into 3:2. Now they want to change their profit sharing ratio from 3:2 to 1:1, that is equal. Okay, so in first case they have a agreement in which 3:2 is mentioned, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Agreement can be oral or agreement can be written. So let's say if agreement is written, then 3:2 is mentioned in written agreement.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And now you want to change 1:1, then either you have to cut this ratio and write this, but in a legal paper, in a legal document, you cannot make cuttings. Okay, you cannot cut on the legal papers. So it is legal document, partnership deed, it is a proof, evidence, so you cannot make changes on that. So we have to change the partnership agreement, partnership deed. Yes,
Yes, sir.
it means that old partnership is finished, old partnership ended, and a new partnership between A and B started. Okay, so it is called reconstitution. So reconstitution means change in relationship of partners without affecting existence of partnership form. So if you want to write this, you can.
Sir, I will write it, sir. I'm writing.
Okay, so reconstitution means it means change in relationship between partners without affecting the existence of partnership firm. Okay, you can also write one
Yes,
line
sir.
more, that is, in case of reconstitution, old partnership comes to an end and a new partnership comes into effect. Okay, so this
Yes,
is
sir.
the definition of reconstitution. Now, why reconstitution is required? So if we have some agreement regarding this, so our relation will be changed. And in the following situation, in the following situation, reconstitution is required. So the first one is change in PSR. The second one is admission of a new partner. The third one is retirement or death of a partner, admission of a new partner. And the last one is amalgamation of two or more firms. Situations. Okay.
Sir, what is the fourth one?
Amalgamation of two or more firms.
Okay.
Okay. Now there are, when we change the ratio to new one, okay, so there are different situations which we have to make adjustment for that situations at the time of reconstitution. So at the time of change in profit sharing ratio, following adjustment is required. And which adjustment that we have to study? Calculation of new profit sharing ratio. The second one is calculation of gaining and sacrificing ratio. After that, we have to study accounting treatment of goodwill. Okay, actually, we have studied the admission of a new partner chapter. Yes. So,
Yes, sir.
so all the adjustment that is given in admission of a new partner is also given in this chapter. Okay.
Okay.
So first chapter, that the first adjustment was change in profit sharing ratio. The second one was gaining and sacrificing ratio, then goodwill, then revaluation, and after that, reserves, accumulated profit or loss. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we have to do those accounting for goodwill. After that, revaluation, and then reserves, accumulated profits, or loss. After that, we have to study if uh, if there is a question about adjustment of capital, then we have to study. Otherwise, generally, in change in profit sharing ratio, we don't have to study the adjustment of capital. Okay, so these are the adjustments. So now we are going to study first adjustment required, that is new profit sharing ratio. Okay, have you copied?
Yes, sir. I've copied this.
Okay, now calculation of new profit sharing ratio. Can you tell me the formula of new profit share gaining ratio or sacrificing ratio?
Um, profit sharing ratio, it's,
Not remember?
No, sir.
Okay. So sacrifice equals to old ratio minus new ratio, and gain equals to new ratio minus old ratio. So this is our sacrifice and gain. Now there are different cases we have studied in admission of partner for calculation of new profit sharing ratio. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So in this there is not much cases. There is only one or two cases. So in first case, you will be asked to calculate new profit sharing ratio, and they will give you the old profit sharing ratio and maybe sacrifice. Okay, sacrifice of other partners. So in that case, generally, in case of change in profit sharing ratio, you will be given old ratio and new ratio. These two are given. So if new ratio is given, then we don't have to calculate new ratio. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So in this case, you will only calculate sacrifice and gain. And in second case, there will be old ratio and sacrifice or gain of partner is given. So it is case 2 for you. Okay, wait. It is case 1 when old ratio and new ratio is given in question. Okay.
Yes,
And
sir.
there is case 2 when old sacrifice or gain of partner is given. So in first case, you don't have to calculate new ratio. You have to only calculate sacrifice or gain of partners. Okay. But in second case, there will be two situations. If sacrifice is given, then the sacrifice is gain for other partner. Let's say there is two partner, then if one partner is sacrificing, the other one is gaining. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So step 1 will be deduct sacrifice from sacrificing partner old share, and step 2 will be add gain to the old ratio of gaining partner. So the partner which is gaining, we will add the gain to their old ratio, and partner who is sacrificing will deduct the sacrifice from his whole share. So these two will be the cases, but mainly you will get only case one. Okay. So now let's try to solve a question so that you can understand better. Okay. So there are three situations given. I'm also giving you that question.
Yes.
There is given like X, Y, and Z are partners. Okay. Their old ratio is 5:3:2.
Sir, no need to write it. I found the question.
Yes, you can solve the question here. You found the question?
Yes, sir, I found it.
Yes, good. Okay. So X and Y and Z are partners sharing profit in the ratio 5:3:2. And you need to calculate the new profit sharing ratio in different cases. There is case one, if Z acquires 1/5 share from X, if Z acquires 1/5 share equally from X and Y, and if X, Y, and Z decide to share the future profit and losses equally. So you have to calculate the new ratio or sacrificing gaining ratio in each of these situations. So can you calculate? Okay, let me solve the question first so you can understand better.
Okay.
Actually, there is no question you have solved or I have solved. So first case one is if Z acquires, case one is given, Z acquires 1/5 from X. So if Z is acquiring 1/5 from X, 1/5 is sacrifice of X and gain for Z. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes.
This 1/5 is sacrifice for X because X is giving and it is gain for Z. So we add the gain to the old ratio and we deduct the sacrifice from old ratio.
Yes.
So new ratio will be X, Y, and Z. So X old ratio is 5/10, Y old ratio is 3/10, and Z old ratio is 2/10. Yes. And Z is getting 1/5 from
Yes, sir.
X. So X is giving 1/5. So we are deducting from X and we are adding to Z. Now the ratio will be 10, 5 minus 2. That is 3/10. Y share has no change. So there will be same ratio and it will be 10, 2 plus 2. That is 4/10. So the new ratio will be 3:10. Yes,
Yes, sir.
understood.
Sir, how is it 5 minus 2 over there
Okay.
by 10?
Okay. So this is 10.
Yes, sir.
When you divide the 10 by 10, it
Yes, sir.
is 1. Okay.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So you have to multiply this 1 with 5. So you will get 5. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And now 10 divided by 5.
2. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay.
2, and 2 has to be multiplied with 1. So 2.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So now in the Z you can see same situation, 10 divided by 10 multiplied by 2.
So it should be a 3:3:4, right?
Oh, sorry, it is yes, it is 3:3:4. Okay, so this 3, this 3, and this 4. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now the case 2, if Z acquires 1/5 from equally from X and equally from Y. So Z gain is 1/5, and X and Y sacrifice is half of 1/5, because 1/5 is given by both equally. Okay, so they are sharing it by half. Half means 1/2, so it will be 1/10. Yes,
Yes, sir.
110 is half of 1/5.
Yes, sir.
Now if we have to calculate the new ratio, then X, Y, and Z. So X will get 5/10 minus 1/10. Y will get 3/10 minus 1/10, and Z will get 2/10 plus 1/5. So it will be 10. 5 minus 1, that is 4/10. It is 10. 3 minus 1, that is 2/10. And it is 10. 2 plus 2, so 4/10. The new ratio will be 4:4. You can also say 2, 1, and 2.
Both are correct, right?
Yes, actually in ratio we use the shortest form. Okay, the lowest amount. So if there is all the number that can be cut by a single number, then we will cut that. So it is
Okay.
cut by 2, it is cut by 2, it is also cut by 2, so it will be okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and in case 3, it is given the new ratio of partners. In case 3, it is given they decided to share the profit equally now, so we have to calculate only sacrifice or gain.
So, sir,
Because
whenever
yes,
if we want to, if Z wants to share, if any like any questions, if there is an example that Z wants to share from X and Y equally. So if this question comes up, then we have to like multiply 1/5 or 1/6 into 1/2, right?
yes,
Oh, okay. Oh,
because if there is equal, and let's say there is 4 partners. Okay,
yes, sir.
there is 4 partners, and A, B, C, D, you can say. So D wants to get 1/5 equally from A, B,
A, B,
C.
and C. Yes, sir.
Okay, so now the sacrifice will be 1/5 divided by 1/3, because if you want to divide equally, then the ratio will be 1:1:1. And when you get into fraction, it will be 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3. Yes.
Yes, sir. I got it. Yes, sir. Okay.
So there is cases related to many partners. So there was only two partners, X and Y. That's why we multiplied with 1 by 2. If there is three partners, then we multiplied 1 by 3. Okay. So in case of equal shares, it is like how many partners are there. You have to consider that for calculation.
Okay, sir. Yes.
Okay. So in case 3, they are saying that their old ratio is 5:3:2 and their new ratio is equal. So you have given the two items, old ratio of all partners, that is 5:3:2, and there is new ratio. There is new ratio, and the ratio is this. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So in this case, old ratio and new ratio both are given. So we don't need to calculate the new ratio. We have to calculate only sacrifice.
Old ratio. Yes.
Sacrifice or gain. So X, Y, and Z. So X old ratio is 5/10 minus 1/3. Y old ratio was 3/10 minus 1/3. And Z 2/10 minus 1/3. So it will be 30, 10, 3, 50 minus 3, 10, 10. It will be 530 sacrificed by X. And it is 39 minus 10. That is minus 1/30. And it is 36 minus 10. Minus 4/30. So you can see we calculated sacrifice. So if there is positive result, it means sacrifice, and these two are gain.
The opposite.
Yes.
Okay. So if it is a minus sign, then it is a gain.
Yes.
Okay.
If you are calculating sacrifice and then the result is negative, then it is gain. And if you are calculating gain and you get the negative result, then it is sacrifice. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So this is our calculation of new profit sharing ratio and the sacrificing gaining ratio. Now we are going to talk about accounting treatment of goodwill. Yes.
Sir,
The
there is
second adjust.
case 4
No,
also
no,
is there.
no. In admission of partner, there are many cases, but in change in profit sharing ratio, we don't have to study all the cases of admission. We have only two cases. First one is when old ratio and new ratio is given, and the second one is when old ratio and sacrifice or gain of partner is given.
Okay, sir. So the fourth case is not necessary.
No.
Okay.
Actually, in admission of partner, when new partner arrives, then there are these cases. But in change in profit sharing ratio, there are no new partners.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay, now we are talking about accounting treatment of goodwill. Accounting treatment of goodwill. Sorry. Okay. So, do you know the valuation technique of goodwill?
The average profit.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So, in general, you are given in the quotient the value of goodwill. But if there is no value of goodwill is given, then you may be asked to calculate the value of goodwill. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so you need to remember those valuation methods. Okay, so after valuation of goodwill, when you know the goodwill of firm, when you know the goodwill of firm, then you have to adjust these goodwill in the sacrificing ratio of partners. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so what you have to do is first calculate sacrificing or gaining ratio, and the step 2 is multiply the sacrifice or gain with goodwill of firm. Okay, and the step 3 is past journal entry. So what will be the journal entry? Sacrificing, sorry, gaining partners capital account debit to sacrificing partners capital account. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so let's say that in the above cases, in this case, in this case, old ratio is given, new ratio is given, and we have calculated the
Old ratio.
sacrifice and gain.
Yes.
Yes, and let's say you are given value of goodwill. Firm's goodwill is given in quotient, that is 1,20,000. Okay,
Yes.
1,20,000. So now you have to multiply this firm's goodwill with the sacrifice or gain of each partner. So X, Y, and Z. So it will be 1,20,000 into 5 by 30. 1,20,000 into 1 by 30, and 1,20,000 into 4 by 30. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
After that, you have to multiply this. So you will get
Sir, it should be
4,000.
5 by 10, right?
5 by 10. Why?
Because 5, we have to calculate the total ratios. And then by
Actually,
like,
you can see that this is gain and this is sacrifice. You cannot add these three.
oh, okay.
Okay, they are different things. So X is sacrificing and Y and Z is gaining. So
Yeah.
you cannot add all of this. Okay,
Yes. Okay.
you can I will teach you the other method also. Let me explain this first. Okay, so you have to multiply this, so you will get 20,000 for X you will get 4,000 for Y, and you will get 16,000 for Z. Okay,
Yes, sir.
after multiplying,
Yes.
and you have to pass the journal entry. So the journal entry will be which partners are gaining and who is sacrificing. Can you tell me?
Sacrifice, sir, excess sacrifice.
X is sacrificing, so X capital account will be credited, and Y capital,
Why
and
it will be debited?
yes, Y capital account debit, Z capital account debit, because these two partners are gaining, that's why their capital account are debited to X capital account. So it will be 20,000, 4,000, and 16,000.
Yes, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes.
So this is the journal entry. Okay, you can also solve this by the second method, and that is, in that case, you have to calculate first the share of X, share of X. So 120,000 into 5 by 30. So it is 20,000. Yes.
Yes, sir.
And now you can distribute this between Y and Z into 1 by 4, because these two are gaining. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So if you convert these into ratio, you will get 1:4. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So Y will be 20,000 into 1 by 5, and Z will be 20,000 into 4 by 5. So it will be 4,000, and it will be 16,000. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
answer is same in both the situation. You can see you have calculated 20,000, so it is 20,000. You have calculated 4,000 and 16,000.
It's the
Here
same.
also. Yes, but
Yes, yes, sir.
try to solve by this. Try to solve by this method.
Yes, sir.
Actually, we have calculated the sacrifice, so we don't have to convert any of these into ratio. We will directly multiply the sacrifice or gain. What we get
Yes, sir.
here, we multiply directly with the firm goodwill, and we get the amount.
Yes, sir.
So this is our goodwill part. I will explain the, okay, one thing more. I told you in admission of a partner, if there is any goodwill appearing in the books of account, in the balance sheet, then what we have to do?
We should in the books of account, right?
Yes,
We should write it off, right?
we should write it off. In which ratio?
In the old ratio.
Very good. So if there is any goodwill in this situation also, then you have to write it off.
Yes. Like this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Then the entry will be the partner's capital account debit to goodwill account.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is our today's topic. If you have any doubt, you can ask questions.
Sir, can you write the journal entry of the goodwill?
Yes, I have written here.
Oh,
Sorry. It's gaining partner's capital account debit to sacrificing partner's capital account.
yes, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Any other doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Then that's all for today. We'll meet in next
Yes, sir.
class.
Okay, sir. I'll
Thank
try
you.
to do more questions over these.
Yes, yes. And you can also find some questions given by me to the portal, to our company's portal.
Important questions, right?
Yes, actually, I have given some question for assignment so that you can practice that questions. It's not important for exam purpose, but it's for your better understanding. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so try to solve those questions and also from your books, so you can better understand the questions.